Today we're going to be checking out the difference between the Razer Cobra mouse and the Razer Cobra Pro. The point of this video is to show you what the differences are to help you with your buying decision if you are planning to purchase either of these mice. With that being said, let's get straight into it. So the first difference between these two mice is going to be the wireless connection. The Cobra Pro has the ability to go wireless, while the regular Cobra is wired only. The Cobra Pro can connect via a 2.4 gigahertz USB-A cable or a wired cable or a Bluetooth connection. I'm personally a huge fan of wireless mouse because you don't have to worry about cable drag or anything like that. Even though you do have to charge it, it's still much more convenient in my opinion. Now the next difference between these two mice is going to be the build quality. On the regular Razer Cobra, you can see that it just has a plastic finish on the side here, while the Cobra Pro has a nice texturized rubber grip, which is going to give you a much better gripping experience. And then if we look on top of both of these mice, the plastics do feel much cheaper on the regular Cobra mouse, but on the Cobra Pro, they just feel much higher quality, and the texture is going to be different as well. The regular Cobra has like grainy texture, and then the Cobra Pro has like a nice smooth finish, and you can tell this thing just feels much higher quality. Now the next difference between these two mice is the additional buttons. More specifically, the Razer Cobra Pro is going to have two DPI switching buttons up at the top here, and then the regular Cobra is only going to have one, and these are going to by default change your DPI settings. On the Cobra Pro you can go up and down, and on the regular Cobra you can only cycle between the DPI modes. You can see in the software with the Cobra Pro I can quickly go up or down, and that's very convenient. And if I move over to the regular Cobra, you can see I have to cycle through all of them to get to a specific one, and if you accidentally skip the one you want, you have to go through all of them, which can be inconvenient. Another additional button that the Cobra Pro has is going to be this profile switching button at the bottom. So if you have different games that you play, that's going to be very convenient, and you can switch between them on the fly or just productivity apps. On the regular Cobra, you have nothing at the bottom. It's just going to be the sensor. Now the next difference between both of these mice is going to be software related, and it's onboard memory. You can see the Cobra Pro does have this onboard memory profile, and you can go ahead and create a new profile and just drag it into any of the onboard profile slots here. And with the regular Cobra mouse, you can see that there is going to be no onboard settings. So what that means is you need to be plugged into your computer with the software settings in order to use it. So if you move to another computer, you have to recreate those settings again. But with the Razer Cobra Pro, your settings are going to be saved to the mouse rather than the computer. Now the next difference between both of these mice is going to be the mouse sensor. The regular Cobra has a mouse sensor that can only go up to 8K, and on the Cobra Pro we can go ahead and check, and we can see that this one has a 30K sensor. Now the sensor is going to help you have less lag, and your mouse is not going to be skipping any beats. So that's something that happens often with mice that have a lower DPI sensor. Now the next difference between both of these mice is going to be the RGB lighting. You can see that the Cobra Pro has a mouse wheel that lights up, the logo lights up, and all around the bottom it lights up as well, all the way from the edge up here all the way around. Now if we look on the Cobra Pro, on the regular Cobra, you can see that it has the logo here. The mouse wheel does not light up, and on the bottom you can see that it's only lit up partially here. And if you compare the two, you can see you get way more RGB lights on the Cobra Pro than you do on the regular Cobra. And if we look at the software, you can see that the Cobra Pro has 8 different lighting effects / patterns, and then the regular Cobra is going to have 6 different lighting effects. So a little bit more customization for the Razer Cobra Pro. So I didn't cover all of the minor details with these mice, like some small specs that don't really affect your experience too much. I mainly focused on the primary features that people will notice if they are or are not present. I do hope this video does help with your purchasing decision if you are planning to purchase this mouse. And if you want to see a dedicated review for either of these mice, be sure to click any of the videos up here. And with that being said, thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.